What's up, guys? Silverman here. Today I'm going to be bringing you my reactions to MLG Columbus, the Advanced Warfare Open, which was open to anybody, I think. And yeah, so I did a predictions video, and basically what I'm going to do in this video is talk about what I was right about, what I was wrong about, and basically my reactions to what went on during the event. So some predictions I made were that Noble Impact was not going to do well. Based on their online performances, they hadn't done anything, and I didn't predict they would do well. They made it to pool play, and I believe they made it to pool play at least, and then they got destroyed, so I was right on that. I don't think they have enough slaying power to be a great contender. I mean, Killa is not a pure slayer, and no one on the team is a pure slayer. So I think that they need to work on that. Next, I thought Optic Nation was going to get top 3. They got 7th and 8th with Team Justice, which was very surprising to me. They didn't do very well in online tournaments. However, I thought they were going to show up on LAN. They have great players, and I figured they'd do a lot better than 7th, 8th, but they did not. So that was surprising to me. Now, the biggest surprises to me. I predicted Envy, Denial, Optic, and Optic to be the top 4 in the, to place top 4. Those would be the top 4. And I was not right at all, actually. Envy and Denial both got 5th, 6th, which is lower than I expected. I thought they were going to be the best teams. They looked very strong coming into the event, and I predicted them to do very well. However, they didn't do very well. Oh, I fell through glass. This is a live commentary, by the way. Another live commentary. So yeah, that was another big thing that I was not right about. One thing I was right about: Optic Gaming was a very good team. They rolled through everybody except for their first match or whatever, and until they got to FaZe. Now, FaZe, I said in my prediction video, would either do really well or poorly. Basically, what I meant was that I think they could have done well. I think they could have done poorly. I said the same thing about them in Ghosts with their old roster. That they're going to be really good or really well. The factor for me that I wasn't sure about was Slasher, because I hadn't really seen him do much. He basically broke onto the scene in Ghosts, and I don't really judge people by the way they played in Ghosts. Which is, yeah. So I didn't think I didn't think they were a great team. I mean, Ace is obviously a great player. And Sensor, I mean, he's an objective player, so I mean, he's not the best player in the world, but I mean, he can sit in hard points and run flags. So, and Apathy was very good in Ghosts, but like I said, I don't really gauge how good of a Call of Duty player you are by how well you played in Ghosts, because that was just a really fluky game, and not a good judge of people. So yeah, and then you got Slasher, who I had no clue what to think about, and yeah, so that's your FaZe team. So I was thinking maybe they'll do well. I mean, if Aches does well, they'll probably place top 5. I did not think they would place in the top 3 at all. However, they won the event, even with Aches splitting open his hand, which he did. I think the Saturday night he split open his hand, and he has a bunch of stitches in his hand. It was bleeding while he was playing. It was just a big mess. But yeah, so I did not expect them to do well at all. I just want to say this: Slasher, right now, I think he's one of the best in the game. He trampled everybody that he played. He was slaying with Scump. Some people would start going crazy in the beginning of the game, go on a 4-0 streak. But then, Benson or Puckett, I think Benson would point out oh, well, Slasher's still with him. Oh, Scump's going on a 6-0 streak right now, but Slasher's still 3 kills ahead of him. And the slaying power that he brought to that team was insane. Aches was doing really well as well, but I mean, he was injured, and his KD dropped a little bit. I saw that on COD Sports. The stats, they had his KDs with the injury and without it, and it dropped, not drastically, but it dropped enough that it was you could notice, it was noticeable. but the way Slasher played, if Slasher keeps playing like that, and Aches is healthy, I mean, I feel like this is an actual sport right now, but if Slasher continues to play the way he did in that finals, and even in the losers bracket finals against Prophecy, who I'm going to get to in a second, if he plays like that again, then FaZe is going to be one of the best teams in the game, because Aches is really good. Slasher, if he plays like that, is going to be really good. Censor's really good at being prone in hard points, and I mean, Apathy's a solid player. I mean, I don't think you'll have any problem with him. So, that's my thoughts on FaZe. They're a very good team, and I expect to see a lot out of them. Now, Prophecy. In my predictions video, I didn't go into teams such as Prophecy, Aware Gaming, AR, which is automatic reload, because I didn't expect much out of them. I figured they'd be vying for like the spots like 5th, 6th, and like maybe like 7th, 8th. I didn't expect them to do much. Like Prophecy and Aware. Aware SB and AR got 9th, 12th, along with DT Esports, who I'm not sure that is, but yeah, they got 9th through 12th. And automatic reload, Prophecy, and who was it? Who's the third one? Aware. They got league spots, so they're gonna be in the MLG Season 1 League for AW. But yeah, so Prophecy, I did not expect to do well at all. It was Parasite, Ricky, Fears, and Legal, I believe. And I'm like, you know, Parasite's a beast. He was one of the best players in Black Ops 2. He was pretty good in Ghosts, and he looks really good in this game. Ricky's always been a solid player. And then Legal and Fears are pretty unknown players. They've been in the scene for a long time, but they've never like had like breakout games where they'd be like insane. Like, you know, Legal and Fears, they've never had that notoriety. Kind of like the same thing as Slasher, I believe. I believe Slasher's been around for a long time. He just hasn't gotten any notoriety. So I had no high hopes for them, but they got 3rd place. They outplaced Team Caliber, who I also didn't talk about in my bracket show, in my prediction video, because I had no expectations for them. But yeah, they placed 3rd. They played really well. Parasite is an absolute beast at this game. He's probably better at this game than he was at Black Ops 2, and it's pretty insane. Because he was really good at Black Ops 2, and he's really good at this game. So we'll see where that goes. I'm tempted to say that I don't think he'll be on Prophecy for too long. I think he's gonna leave. He's a very high notoriety player, and he's playing with people like Fears and Legal, who are good players. And Legal went off of this event, and he played very well. But they're not like, you know, they're not like big name players. So I think how he likes to be on those kinds of teams. I could be completely wrong. I don't know him that well, but that's just my feeling when I'm with him. When I think about Haggy. So, and then, well, like I said, TK. So I had no expectations for TK. I didn't think TK was a very good team. You know, I've always liked Sharp. I'm a huge Sharp fan. He's a wicked nice guy. He's really funny on YouTube. And Goonjar and Theory, you know, Theory's streaky, and Goonjar's good, but I mean, I don't know. You know, he's good, and then he's not good, and he's kind of streaky. So Theory and Goonjar are very streaky players. Sharp's a beast on LAN. He has really bad, he has really bad internet, so he does not do well online. But on LAN, he destroys people. And then Looney. I mean, Looney's a beast. He's another person that kind of broke out in Ghosts. He was in Black Ops 2, but he didn't do much in it. And I didn't expect anything out of TK. They weren't doing that well in online, and I'm just like, oh, you know, TK probably finished like 7th, 8th. They got 4th. They beat Optic in their first match, I believe. And I thought I mean, they looked really good in that game. I mean, Optic wasn't playing very well, but they looked really good. And I thought they were gonna maybe be able to take it home with the way Sharp was playing. But yeah, so that's about it. I was kind of all over the place in this video, but I was a little more articulate than my last video. Tried to work on that a little bit. Thank you for watching. I didn't talk about Optic Gaming just because I do think they're the best team in the game. They have the best roster, I think. They just ran into a really hot FaZe team, and they were pretty cold. So yeah, thank you for watching. It was great making this video. I'll post some more competitive COD talk in a little bit. There were some roster changes. Fear dropped Neslo and Dido, so maybe they're gonna be going somewhere because those are two pretty good players who were in the top echelon of Ghost players. So yeah, I'll see you all whenever my next video is. I don't know when that's gonna be, but until then, I'll see you all later. Take care.